Okay, we're going to try to do a little bit of Rampage. Probably won't get through the entire game, but we're going to use the Nintendo version. I'm going to pick Lizzie because I'm used to that one. So we'll see how many days we can get through. It may be a couple of days video. This game was an old favorite of mine growing up, and like the arcade version a lot because it had a werewolf in it, and everybody wanted to play as the werewolf, and the werewolf was not in this one. And then he made some other ones as they went on up, and some of those were at the arcade, and some of them were just home consoles. The premise of the game is pretty easy. Just try to stay alive while you're destroying buildings, and destroy all the buildings in the stage, or sometimes the little army men will come along and drop off stuff, and after every stage it tells you where you're at, and it'll have like a little saying or something. There's stuff that you can eat, and then there's stuff that hurts you. If you die and you're George, you're a naked man that's covering himself up. If you die as the character I have, which is Lizzie, you turn into a naked woman that's covering herself up. There are unlimited continues in this particular one. I think some of the other ones, there might not be unlimited continues. They're still not like terribly hard to beat. The game can get a little bit boring. It's a little bit more interesting with more than one person. But the only bad thing about playing with more than one person, a lot of people won't say it's a bad thing, is that you can punch the other player and damage them. So, which with unlimited continues, it's not a bad thing. I mean, but it's not something that you want to do either. But you'll have helicopters that come by and things like that. And I've played the game so much I know what to eat and what not to eat, even though I'm eating stuff that's bad for me. Because a lot of times you're just punching and you're just trying to go pretty much as fast as you can. Well, I always try to go as fast as I can. And I'm showing y'all the quickest way I know how to destroy buildings. There's 128 days that you have to go through. Like I said, with 2 people, it's a little bit faster. But, we're doing a 1 person, and, we'll see how much of it we can get done tonight. It's going to be more than one, part of a playthrough, so. But I just saw some different stuff about the Rampage games from back in the day, and it kind of got me to thinking, I'd never streamed a game and never really give my insight on the game itself. I like the game. It's not something I would play all of the time, because it's just really repetitive on certain stuff. But, for something that you can have fun with, it's fun. And every now and then there's a bonus stage too, and the bonus stages usually go until they'll pop up the food and stuff, like a guy on the ground. I could run after him and try to eat him, but I'm not going to. I usually don't chase them. If they're there, I'll go through and eat them, but usually if they're not there. And I didn't jump off that building fast enough. If you fall off of a building, if you get shot by the police or by the tank, or if one of the helicopters drops a bomb on your head, those are the things that damage you the most. Most of the time you don't even realize you're taking damage because you're so big that it takes a lot of hits, like bullets and missiles and stuff. And here's what's neat. You come down and you'll punch a piece of like the States, or like where you were, and it'll turn it black. Now what it does is, like on the next one that he'll come down, it'll turn California, or like the area of California, it will turn it brown. And what happens is the last so ever many days, you have to go back to Canada. Now see, now this is what happens when I die. I turn like that. But we use the unlimited stuff to our advantage, and we'll see how many typically that we can get done tonight, and see. I don't know that I can make it halfway. Like I said, it's 128 stages, so I'd have to finish 64 stages, and I'm working on some other stuff. So one thing is I'm working on beating like a couple of different sports games with all the sports teams. So that's taken quite a bit of time, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do as many as I can. But what I've got going is I've got Ken Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball, and I'm doing them in alphabetical order. And like right at this point, I'm in the National League, and I've got the Florida Marlins. I've already beat it with the Braves, the Cubs, the Reds, the Rockies, and now I'm with the Marlins, and now I'll be in the AL for like 9 seasons, because I just go across one, down, across, down, across. So, actually I'll be in the AL for 10 seasons. I'm sorry. Figured that up wrong. And, I'm playing short seasons, which is 26 games, but I mean, even the playoffs, you have to win like 11 to win the playoffs. You have to win 11 games, and that's provided you don't lose. And that's still a lot of games to have to win. Oh, by the way, they can take life off of you if you're under the water as well. And that camera photographer guy that just flashed his camera, that can blind you for a second. Hockey, I'm playing NHL Hits 2003 because I don't have 2002 for the N64, and I don't have NHL Breakaway. Actually, that might have been on the GameCube. No, it was on the GameCube. I don't have NHL 2002 for the GameCube, and I don't have NHL Breakaway 98 for the Nintendo 64. And what I mean by that is, I have them, but I would have to hook the systems up. I'm not really sure if I could even stream from those or anything else, and I'd have to hook up the old systems. I'm looking kind of for an emulator. That's what I'm doing I'm actually doing Rampage off of the NES Classic Edition right now because I downloaded that one. So it's basically an emulator, but I tried to do it on the Orange Pi that I have, but it with the Orange Pi, the up button on the Super Nintendo controller doesn't really work all that well. Sometimes it goes up when it wants to. So I was trying to play Rampage with it the other night to see what I was going to need to do. And I found that the one on the NES Classic was, that download was a little bit better. As far as, like I said, the sports games, trying to beat them all with Ken Griffey Jr. Presents Major League Baseball, trying to beat all of them on NBA Jam, which on NBA Jam, I'm down to about the last 11 or 12 teams, playing 4 a night on that one. Or, 4 a play on that one. And then beating all of the football teams on Tecmo Bowl, or Tecmo Super Bowl, on the Super Nintendo. I like the Nintendo version, but I don't know, it's just something about the Super Nintendo version I thought was just a little bit better. That's another thing. You can't have more than 2 buildings coming down at one time. See, he's going to try dropping a bomb on my head. And I moved. But you can't have 2 buildings coming down at the same time. Actually making pretty good progress here. So you took a big chunk out of that one on the land mass. Day 11 Boulder. My building's coming down. One bad thing is I can't see what time it is. I just have to kind of go by how long I've been streaming. So I know whenever the one on my phone gets to be about an hour, I've been streaming for, it's almost 11 o'clock here at that point. So we'll stop where we can get close to that. I would like to get 64 days done and 64 more days done tomorrow. Is that going to happen? I don't know. It takes a little while sometimes to get, halfway through the game. But like I said, if I did it for 4 days and I did 4 days worth of it, I could have went and I could have had, how much did I figure? I think it was 32 I figured up. I think is what I figured up. As you see, they kind of kept the scoring here. And that's kind of for the arcade stuff. I mean, like I said, you don't get extra lives or anything. If you die, you still can come in like on a blimp, or another person can join in at any given time. They'll come in on a blimp. But like I said, the only 2 that you can pick here are Lizzie and George. And I'm not sure if I'm 100% right on this. I'm just taking a shot in the dark, but it was always, I thought Lizzie was faster, whereas George is a little bit more powerful. I could be wrong. And it does this do-do-do-do-do thing whenever you're about to die as well. So that's another thing that you can hear it, but it's not anything that really needs to be addressed really big time. We are in New Mexico, in Albuquerque. I think we took a wrong turn at Albuquerque when you think about that. I don't know, we're doing pretty good time-wise and everything. We've been streaming for, we've had this on for 13 and a half minutes, and I'm already almost up to stage 20, so like I said, if I did it in quarters, it would be, you have 32 done at a time. So coming down, we're knocking the map out a little bit more. I can beat the game straight through, and usually that's what I do. But it does take a little while if you beat it straight through. If you go straight through it, it does take a little while. And it will. Because that's just the way it is. Amarillo. We are going to Texas. By the way, people, if I say a wrong place, overlook me. It's kind of been a long day, and I'm just trying to remember my geography. And there may be more than one place that I don't know the name of, so most of them are well-known cities that you've heard of at one point or another. This is one of those games, though, that you could actually potentially like use as a learning tool for your children when they're learning their states and their things of that nature. You could use that. See, now it says Lubbock. Some of the bigger cities, or some of the bigger states like California, Texas, some of these bigger places, there's quite a few days to them because they're so large. And it takes a little bit of time, and you end up having to... I know I could, I'll show you something. See, you can punch up the wall as you're going. Or you can punch on out, like outwards this way and hit that. And if I think it's going to help me speed in the long run, I'll do it. But if I don't think it's going to help, then I'm not going to do it. I might can do thirds. Thirds would put me at almost day 43 by the time I would quit. That might be an actual doable number. Like I said, I thought I'd do this. I played this a lot whenever I was a kid. Sometimes I couldn't think of anything else to play, and I'd already beaten the game a bunch of times, and I couldn't think of anything else to play, and I'd just be like, oh, there's Rampage, And I mean, it was a smash hit whenever it came out, and in arcades, and it's still a hit to when it came out on consoles, and it's still a hit to this day. And you jump on up there, come on. One of the dogs comes in here. She thinks it's time to go to bed. It's not time to go to bed. Charlie, come over here. Come over here. Charlie. Hold on for just a minute, guys. Trying to get her to come over here. Lay down. Lay down. Good girl. It's not time to go to bed yet. A lot of times Charlie comes in here and tells me when it's time to go to bed. She's kind of rotten. And if I ever see the other two dogs, I'll show them to you. This is our little girl, Charlie. Charlie, say hi to people. She's not much of a talker. She tells me when she thinks it's time for me to go to bed. You're a little bit early tonight. I have Charlie, I have Boo, and I have Oscar. You might never see Boo, I'm not sure, because Boo's kind of hidden. He's I don't know, we're not real sure what Boo is. He's kind of a mixture. But all three of them are really good dogs. They're a little bit rotten, a little bit spoiled, but who doesn't spoil their dogs? Plus me and my girlfriend don't have any kids. So we have fur babies. And sometimes your fur babies are almost like kids in their own sense. Just like this one over here, the baby. We are in Houston, Texas. We still haven't gotten out of Texas yet. We're still just beating and banging them down. Keep trying to eat something just to stay alive here. And trying to take down both buildings. Now that one should come down after that blue one does. And it did not. Oh, it didn't because it didn't have a spot in the top of it. I've died a couple more times than the last time than I did the time before. The dogs act like they're neglected. They're really not neglected. They get to sit in the recliner almost all day, bark at stuff going up and down the road, and then they get to go outside and bark at things and run around the yard. They got food and water sat out for them when they want them. They get to sleep in the bed. They are really spoiled rotten. Oh, we're coming down. We're going to take out Texas. I apologize for how that may look. The screen on this TV is just awful on the whenever it shows the knocking out of state, it flashes like halfway dark and stuff. LaCrosse. Or LaCroix. I don't know. Probably one of those Louisiana things. I'm sorry if that offended somebody from Louisiana. I didn't mean no harm by saying it the wrong way. I was trying to figure it out. Charlie, if you think it's time to go to bed, you go in there and lay down and go to bed, and I'll be there after I get done with this stream. Okay? Well, Little Rock, Arkansas. Or as it looks on every map, Arkansas. So I had to like kind of spell certain states whenever I was growing up. I'd have to kind of split them up into two or more words. Like Arkansas was Arkansas, Arkansas. And of course, like you got like Connecticut, and the way I learned to spell it was Connecticut. Connect-I-cut. But the connect with, yeah. Charlie. If you want to go to bed, go to bed. You go to bed and I will come to bed later. If that's what you want to do, then that's what you do. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I think Miss Charlie here is sitting beside me and is mad because the door to our bedroom stays somewhat shut. It kind of closes on its own a little bit. And I think she's mad because the door will not. She could push the door open with her nose, but she doesn't want to do that. And she wants everybody to be in bed. So if you guys hear, there's nothing wrong with her. She just does this. She gets very moody when she doesn't get her way, don't you? Yeah. And she just left. Also, we have Oscar. Oscar's a puppy, and Charlie and Boo have been around each other since they were little, and they've been around some other dogs, but they've been around each other for years, so they're used to each other. And we're trying to get them used to Oscar. Oscar wants to play with them, and he's friendly about it, but I think they think maybe he's taking up their space, or maybe he's getting more affection or more food because he's the puppy and he's the baby. And that's not the case. We love all three of them the same. I mean, none of them go without. They have tons of toys. They have tons of food. They got, a lot of room to run outside in, and we give each of them quite a bit of affection, especially, during the day. Let them bark at people outside, Boo and Charlie do that right now. Oscar doesn't do that yet. He seems interested in learning. He just hasn't made it there yet. Man, there was a lot of stuff to eat in that building. We may make it halfway. I'm not sure. We've been going 26 and a half minutes on day 27, New Orleans. Or for some people, Nolans. Like I said, halfway would be day 64. And here comes the tank. Now the tank can shoot you and can send you flying backwards. And if you're at the edge of the screen, the tank can shoot you and you'll go flying from one end of the screen and you'll come out the other side. Sometimes that's beneficial. The tank can't, however, it can't fire backwards. There's a police car that'll come down, does the same thing. Same deal. And we just took out all of like Louisiana area. Tampa Bay. Oh, we'll see where we're at whenever we get up to what would be a quarter of the way. Because we're almost to a quarter of the way anyway. That would be I'm trying to do the math in my head. It's not working real well. Crap. A quarter of the way would be 32 stages. So we'll see where we're at when we're at 32 stages. There's a couple of stages that are, there's like just a couple of buildings, or there's smaller buildings or something, and you're just like, okay, yeah, that took all 5 minutes. Like I said, in the search bonus stages, there's a piece of food in there somewhere. See, there's day 29. Maybe I can do it in thirds. Because the thirds would put you up in the 40s. I'll try to catch that blue building. There we go. I could have done that a little bit differently, but I didn't really want to. I could do a lot of these buildings a lot differently, but I don't want to. I used to get up on the buildings until I found out that it didn't work good. I used to get up on the buildings and just punch downwards in a downward motion, but now I just punch the bottom of it in a downward motion. And then as I'm going up it, I punch big holes in it until I get to the top. Usually that does what we're going to eat this dude right here. Yawn. And then you got the dumb look on your face. That's a smiley gap tooth. Miami, day 30. Well, you gotta think at least you got less than 100 days to go. We crossed that plane just a little bit ago. Also, the longer you stay alive, basically the faster you can take some of the stages out. I guess I need not tell you to not eat the skulls. Those are bad. The toilet is bad. Most other stuff is okay. I mean, you can, like the woman in the shower, you can eat the woman in the shower, but you can't eat the shower afterwards. For some reason, the shower is bad for your health. You can't eat the cactus. You can eat the toaster when it has a piece of toast in it. You can eat the coffee. You can eat most other foods. I'm surprised they actually let you eat the coffee because that doesn't seem like something that you would be doing. I think I already stated you can't eat the cactus. You can eat people that are in buildings or that are out of buildings. The little dude that sometimes comes along and puts a bomb on the ground, you can't eat the bomb. If you eat the bomb, you can spit it out. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay. I was trying to climb over onto that air building. Somebody commented on me doing this game earlier on a playthrough and said it's kind of boring to watch, and it is, but it's something I want to do. Like I said, this game is, to me, is still one of the all-time classics. It always will be. Monotonous as it is, it will always be a classic all-time favorite of mine. Daytona. I think we're coming up on a quarter of the way. I'm about dead. Now I'm dead. I don't worry about some of those, like bullets and stuff. Bullets don't hurt too bad, and even the little bomb things they throw, they don't hurt real bad. I'm about tired of that photographer taking my picture. You get on my nerve. I think I'm a quarter of the way through. Should be 32. Yeah, I'm already more than a quarter of the way through. So I decided we're not going to stop there. I don't want to make this a humongously long playthrough because, like I said, I know that a lot of people aren't going to want to sit through these. But if nothing else, then you can, the nostalgic playthrough. There will be those that will watch it, just for the nostalgia factor, but it won't be a whole bunch of people. So we're going to try to make it to day 65. 4, which is halfway. On day 35 right now, so we'll keep punching away. We've been 35 minutes or so. Both of these videos will probably go up tomorrow, and I'm streaming them both kind of late. Well, late my time. And more than likely this video that I'm making right now on this one, this will definitely have to be up tomorrow, because it will take, sometimes it takes a little bit of time for me to get that one loaded up, because it's on my phone, and my phone takes a little bit longer than most things. So. About every 7 days, like the week on here, you'll have a search bonus, which is where you just tear up a building until, like I said, you find the food in it, and then you just keep going. Atlanta, Georgia. Let's try to do some more work here. Oh yeah, that's something that comes through every so often too, is there will be a cloud that shoots down lightning bolts at you. I'm going to try to take down a couple of buildings, and, you know, by using some techniques that, you know, that will help. We'll try to do that a little bit. Try to see if that will help us get up to 64 in the time. Day 37, Atlanta. That's another thing. Some of the bigger cities too, they'll have more than one day. See, now you can eat the toaster once the toast comes up. Yeah, you can eat those, you can eat the fish bowl, and that, I think that helicopter was getting ready to try to drop that on me, so I was trying to beat him to the punch. Now see, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch down on this one, and I'm going to go to the next building. That way that building can be coming down. Oh, crap. And now this building will be coming down whenever I'm... And there's that tank. I hope it doesn't shoot me in the head before the stage ends. It's not going to get to. Okay. Good deal. Savannah, Georgia. Day 38. We're not doing too bad on time. These are some small buildings right here. There's one large building, and I'd say it doesn't take very long to take down. It doesn't look structurally sound to me. It was. I had to punch all the way up it. That one will come down as soon as that other one goes down. There we go. Whew. Day 39, Savannah again. Sometimes you can hear stuff coming, like the tank and stuff. They'll make noises. Sometimes. There's music on the game, but it's pretty much loop, and it's pretty much just... Oop, knocked over my water. Oh, we're going to come down. We're going to take out that southern region there. Boom, boom. Day 40, Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. I always take out the bridge and then I always need it. Oh gosh, I better get up the side of this building, otherwise the tank will shoot me and I'm gonna knock me for a loop. Uh-oh. Oh no. Stupid tank. You do have to love the sound it makes though when the tank connects with you and they go woo. The cop car can do that too. Memphis, day 41. It's like, guys, I'm really pushing to get to day 64. Or 41 right now. So that leaves about 23 stages. When in all actuality, that sounds like that would take an actual long time. It really doesn't sometimes. It depends upon what city you got. It's these buildings like this big tall one here. The good thing is they're going down a little bit faster than what they were. So as long as I keep on going at the speed I'm going right now, I should be fine. Nashville, Tennessee. Like I said, most of them I don't even have to go all the way up. Now we're going to try to punch both of these buildings. At least work on that other building. Now I can work on this side of it and beat it down. And then there will be this building here. And it's coming down. Sometimes I knock down the planes if I'm not doing anything except for waiting for the end of the stage. Search bonus! And these don't count as days. Day 43, Nashville. I could have worked on one of the other buildings, but I figured this would be the place to work on them, since it's the two largest buildings on the screen. See, that one went down before this one did. Go. I missed them. We're racing there. We're getting there. Day 44, Charlotte, which means we have 20 days left. So, gotta finish 20 days in about 15 minutes or so. Oh, that's not fair at all. I'm gonna have to start eating the photographer whenever I see him. He's gonna have to die. Oh, God. I was about to say, if I don't move fast enough, they're gonna shoot me with that stupid Missile. Yeah, now you bring the bomb after I done tore up the stage. Still large, very large. Raleigh, North Carolina. No, I'm not going to go back to the P.D. Pablo song. You can't eat the candles either. Well, you're not supposed to. Every now and then they let you slide with one. We're almost 46 minutes in to videos, and we're going to come down here and take the Carolinas and Tennessee out. Probably be in Virginia. No, Knoxville, Tennessee. You probably will do Virginia, Kentucky, and West Virginia. I think West Virginia only has one stage in this game. We're not a very big state. I think the only area that we have on here is Charleston. We might have another one, but I doubt it. I very seriously doubt it. I don't even know how many Virginia has on here. I know it's not a whole bunch. Chattanooga, Tennessee. So some of these buildings are coming down fast and some of them are coming down slow. Usually that trolley that y'all just seen, if you hit it, it'll go the opposite direction if you hit the trolley. And then if you hit it again, it'll blow it up. It'll destroy it. Which is kind of interesting. Richmond. I would say this is Virginia. I have some family from Virginia. Actually, quite a bit of family from Virginia. I should have punched up on that building. I figured that would happen though. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take down this building and then we're going to jump. Uh-oh. We better start up here. See, I noticed the tank was coming right there and I wanted nothing to do with that. Okay. We're getting there. We're trying to make it to day 64. We may make it. Richmond again, day 49. So we've got 15 days left. And this day right here should not take that long. Quite a few small little buildings. Boom. See, we're already on the last building. I'm already working on it. We went through that quite fast. It may be a little bit after 11 before I get done, but it shouldn't be too bad. Search bonus right before day 50. I was hoping I'd find it soon. I did not find it soon. There it is. Baltimore, Maryland. Those two look a little imposing, but see what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab right here in the middle, and I'm going to punch up one side and up the other. That building's coming down, and this building will come down after that one does. But just to give me something to do. I think there's Charleston, West Virginia. I don't know. Baltimore, Maryland again. Oh, come on. Except some buildings you gotta punch all the way up. Some of them you don't. I'm gonna try and make it halfway and then save the game. Oh, here we go. It's funny because on some of the time when you beat the map and it barely just takes like a little piece and you're like, really? Manhattan, New York. I'm not really sure where halfway is going to put me. I guess up north somewhere. Now see, now what would be good right here is if this building right there would have, well, that didn't work. I put another hole or two in it, yeah. So 14 days left. Or no, 11 days left. Boston. It's so funny you go from Manhattan to Boston. Boston. I can't say it correctly. I wish I could, but I can't. The people from there might not like me saying it that way. Might not like me saying it anyway. But you know what? Okay, and now that happens starting now too. There's a little dude that every now and then you'll see him parachute in from the top of the screen. He'll come over and he'll shoot at you from the top of a building. Uh-oh. That tank can be a problem. Yeah, that's why I went on up to the top of the building. I figured that tank might be a little bit of an issue. Hey, now you come with the bomb. I've already destroyed the building now. I don't need your help now. Bangor, Maine, I think it is. Somebody can correct me if I said that either wrong or if I said the state wrong. As far as I know, it's Maine. Knocking out quite a few states. I don't think we're done with New York yet, though. As New York is kind of big area. He keeps coming in to knock a building down, but he's too late. You're too late. Boston again, day 55. Got about 9 left. Wouldn't swing. Can't reach that other building. I'm not going to be able to reach it from there. Oh well. I might could have. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm bringing them down anyway. That one's coming down. Stay with me, people. I got about 8 stages left maybe. Day 56 Manhattan again. Trying to take down some of these buildings kind of quick. Bigger buildings. Had to make sure I didn't jump all the way across and about to kill myself in the air. Come on now. Uh-oh. Actually, that could help because if I'm in the water when the tank gets... Okay, he's not going to do that. He was shooting at me while I was on the ground. Imagine the nerve of that guy. The nerve of that tank. Trying to shoot me while I'm down. Yeah. It is what it is. I guess I'll stream this tomorrow and beat the other 64 stages because I guess I'm going to get through 64 tonight. Day 57, Boston. Should be about quitting, but I've still got 7 days to go, pretty much. I'm going to beat day 64. And that's as far as I'm going up for tonight. And then I'll beat the other 64 stages tomorrow. For some reason, I was thinking it was more than 64 stages the other day, but it's not. It's like, I thought it was more than 128 stages, but it's not. Manhattan. So I told you I didn't think we were done with New York yet. Technically, the next time the map shows up, it should take down all of the Northeast. Like New York and New Hampshire, and, the New England areas. Up through there. Oh gosh, here comes the tank. And I'm going to be in a bad spot. Crap. Okay. I finally showed up on the other side of the screen. That's why I said you can get hit to where you go to the other side of the screen. I was kind of hoping that would happen at some point so I could show you guys that. But I was kind of hoping it would happen earlier. Yeah, we're coming up on an hour on this video, and that's what I really wanted to avoid. But now I should take out that whole northeast quadrant. Everything except for what looks like DC and some of New York. I mean, Montreal. Montreal. I didn't think you went into Canada on this game. I know you do. I know you go through Hawaii and Alaska, but I didn't think you went through Canada. Oh well. Shows what I know. Should be a search bonus stage right before the last stage that we're going to do. Day 60, Montreal. I like to break the bridges there. That way if a tank or something comes through there, it has to go through the water. Takes it a minute or two. Punch down. Punch up. Now, Gosh, mercy. Man, there's a lot of chicken up in these. That'll be enough to put that building down. Wham! Day 61. Somebody told me it looks like Quebec, but I have heard it pronounced as Quebec from people that live in that area. The debate continues. Well, it looks like we're gonna finish up. Oh, we're gonna be in Canada when we finish this evening. Ottawa. Yeah, we're gonna go through Canada a little ways there. Oh well. I'm sure there are people that can play this game better than me and faster than me, but you know what? I don't care. I'm just playing it just to be playing it. Day 63, Toronto. So we'll play the next stage and then we'll be done. There should be a search bonus coming up. And then we'll be done after the search bonus, and the next stage will be done for the night. And we'll knock out the other 64 tomorrow night, and we'll knock those out and beat the game. Oh no. I'm gonna jump over the tank. Oh, I got some air. And I could not take that chopper down. Get to the chopper. I tried to get to the chopper. Search bonus. I figured. I don't know if you'll get to see my character come down and take out another portion of the map or not. Toronto. Probably not. And this is going to be the last one I'm going to do for this evening, and I'll do the other 64 tomorrow. And we'll stream those. And we'll finish up. Okay. I'm eating everything. Well, that worked out pretty good. That way I don't get shot by the stupid friggin' tank. You will die by my hand. I'm not sure. Yeah, you're going to get to see me knock out that top part of the map. So we'll be on day 65, Philadelphia. It's where you go back and get the other half of that. And we're going to pause, hit our reset button, and we're going to save that game. So I'm going to let you guys, I'm going to let that go. And then after that gets done, I'm going to stop it. And then we're going to stop this other one. Yeah, it took a little longer than what I wanted, but and like I said, it'll take a little bit. It'll take a little bit tomorrow too, and but we'll get it finished. It went through 64 days already. It's another 64 going to be. So we'll do that. Okay, and it looks like it's going to show day 65 Philadelphia. And we're going to cut that off right there. And we'll finish the rest of it tomorrow, and we will see you tomorrow.